Brian?
Yeah, I can start. Sure. I thought it was appropriate to comment on the events that transpired at the end of the game today. I would just start by saying there's no room, there's no space for conduct like that in any competition, much less a Big Ten competition. The Big Ten takes pride in sportsmanship. The Big Ten takes pride in acting with class, and that didn't happen today. And it's unfortunate what transpired. I've been in contact with the league. I've spoken to the commissioner personally. I expect the league is going to act swiftly and aggressively. We've got staff that have been affected and injured, hit in the face. And it's difficult for me to compose myself in the defense of our staff and our team, who did not instigate this event. And it's clearly captured on the television feed today, and I'm not sure what will take long in addressing this.
Thanks, Mike. Greg, do you want to?
Sure. It's unfortunate that that overshadows a fabulous day for Wisconsin basketball. To be able to honor Michael Finley and his teammates, I know he brought a lot of them along, or a ton of them in the locker room. He couldn't walk in it after the game. Coach Jackson was in there, Coach McCallum, and then also how our team played, specifically in the second half. I thought they played really well. Did some really good things on both ends of the floor, and like I said, it was a good team victory. Unfortunately, hopefully it won't be overshadowed by the incident there at the end. And I'll walk you through my last 15 seconds of the game. So we only have 4 seconds to get the ball across half court. Okay, the official comes over to me and says, "Greg, if you take a timeout, you'll get a full 10 seconds. There was 15 seconds on the game clock left. Okay, I had all the reserves in. Okay? I was not going to put them in a position when the ball had already got knocked out of bounds to have to break a press in 4 seconds when they're coming cold off the bench. So I took a timeout, which I'm allowed to do, obviously, and brought them over and tried to get them organized. They haven't all been on the floor in pressure situations before, and I want to give them the best chance to have success coming up the floor. And tell them we're not going to shoot the ball. All we're doing is getting the ball, break the pressure, come up, and we'll dribble out the clock." So we got the full 10 seconds to break that press instead of 4 seconds. So we were on the spot, we got organized, and that is the situation that he apparently was upset with.
We'll go ahead and take questions for either Chris or Greg. Zach?
Greg, can you explain what happened in the line that ended up leading to that situation?
Yeah, as I was walking through it, I know he didn't come through right away. He came in later after some of the players and was going down the line with everybody. They were all fine. And he came up to me and pulled his max down and said, "I'll remember that." And he started pointing at me and tapped me in the chest. And I said, "Hold on. Let me explain to you why I took the timeout." Maybe he doesn't know the rule that you get the 10 seconds reset. I wasn't going to put my players in that type of situation to have to break a press in 4 seconds, coming stiff and cold off the bench. I wouldn't do that for a regular group. I can take a timeout. It gives my players the best chance to have success. So that's where it started, that he said, "I'll remember that, I'll remember that." And I said, "Hey, let me tell you why I did what I did." And he didn't want any part of it, and kept moving on. So that's, unfortunately, like I said, it overshadowed momentarily. I'm not going to let it overshadow it much longer than once I walk out of here. In fact, as soon as those questions are done about that, our team played really well in the second half, and we got a damn good team.
Jim?
Chris or Greg, one of you, you said staff was injured. Is that Joe Krebenhoft, or is there anybody else that was injured? Tough for us to see up there, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, Jim, I think we're assessing the situation right now, so I think I'll just hold comment on that.
Jeff?
Greg, I know, over on your left here.
Yeah.
I know it's a competitive, heated sport, but when you see one of your assistants, in this case Joe, get smacked upside the head by the opposing coach, what runs through your mind? What do you think of there?
It's best that I haven't seen any of the video really, Jeff, so and I didn't see that live, so, I mean, I've been told different things, and I'll, hold comment and let those people that are making those decisions, walk from there, and maybe we'll learn more as I look at things and we move forward.
In the middle here?
Greg, Jawan, described what set him off as you putting your hands on him, which, you just described as wanting to explain yourself, I guess. Do you feel you were overly aggressive in putting your hands on him to start, or?
Can I come on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Coach Gard hasn't had a chance to see the video footage. I have. I think the footage speaks for itself. And I think it speaks in Greg's favor.
And then you haven't mentioned it, but, I mean, did it bother you at all that they were in, what you call a press in that final minute, or?
That's their, they can do that, play the game all the way out, and we did the same thing by taking the time out to help my players get organized.
Thank you.
Jeff?
Chris, can you describe what was shared in the phone conversation with the commissioner when you called him?
Jeff, just to summarize, I can share with you, the commissioner understands the significance of what happened. The commissioner understands the standard with which the Big Ten is expected to operate in terms of sportsmanship and safety. I'm confident, having spoken with him, that this will be handled appropriately, and I expect to hear from him soon.
Abby, in the back right?
Chris, over here. You've talked about the commissioner handling it appropriately, but from our perspective, it looked like some UW players were in the scuffle, in the madness of it all. Do you anticipate specifically Jacoby Neath facing repercussions because of his interactions with the chaos?
Yeah, it's difficult to know what to anticipate right now, so I wouldn't make any predictions.
Steve, over on the right?
For Greg, how would you characterize your relationship with Jawan before today, and did y'all have any communication at all whatsoever after this skirmish?
I would say it's, he obviously hasn't been in the league as long as some of the others, so there hasn't, the time is different in terms of time in the league, and no, we haven't had any discussion after that.
Abby?
Greg, I have questions about the game now for
Thank
you. Something that I noticed in today was it really felt like your bench players had a really great game. Neath scored 6 points, Carlson had team high 6 rebounds, and Chris Vogt had a huge first half. Can you just comment on what you saw from them specifically today and why it kind of blew up today?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job. Obviously, Jacoby coming in and giving us some help in the backcourt. Thought he gave us some good minutes. Chris, defensively against Hunter Dickinson, who's a very tough cover, really good player. Then obviously Ben. I thought Ben grew as the game went on. I thought the first half he was a little tentative, a little timid at times, just going after some opportunities off the glass. Second half, I thought he took steps forward and grew. That was good to see.
Jeff?
Greg, early in the second half, Michigan went on that run. They were up 38-33. You called the timeout. Your team's been in that situation earlier this year. Can you share what your message was during that time and what you saw that they responded appropriately?
Yeah, my message, like always, usually in those situations, let's just calm down and get back to ourselves. Let's get the shots we want to get. Let's make sure we're taking care of the ball. Defensively, we talked through that one little ball screen they ran, or action where Dickinson got the dunk, and talked how to cover that better. And just say, hey, let's collect ourselves and calm down, and we'll be okay.
Right.
Coach, Dickinson had 15 in the first half, only 6 in the second. What changed for you guys there?
Yeah, I thought Steve and Chris both did a good job defensively, made the catches a little harder. That when you can't, best post defense is, not letting them catch the ball. I mean, we had some good ball pressure too. We were able to get some help from the backside at times. But I thought, Steve and Chris took steps forward defensively from half one to half two.
Abby?
I wanted to go back to Jacoby Neath for a second. He hasn't scored in 6 games until today. Was there just a different energy about him, or is it just him finally getting over that hump a little bit?
Well, I think his teammates put him in good position. He drove once off a ball screen, got downhill in the second half, played off 2 feet. Recipient of Brad making a play against pressure, got to the free throw line, 4 times. So think he took advantage of opportunities that teammates helped set him up for.
We're hearing a lot.
Sorry, I know this is out of order, but Chris, had you talked to Ward Manuel at all, or do you plan to reach out to him at all?
Yeah, I plan to talk to Ward. I would consider Ward a friend and a great colleague, and I would trust that he's got the same concerns that I do.
Thank you.
I just haven't had a chance to talk to him yet.
Understood.
Anything else? One more.
Was there anything earlier in the game that was, I guess, problematic that you felt went beyond basketball for either side?
No, I thought it was, a good college game. I thought we played well. Michigan have been playing well, what they did the other night at Iowa. Like I said, it's just unfortunate that at the end has to be a topic of discussion. Our team played really well. I'm proud of our guys, and like I said, a great day to honor one of the guys in this history of this program that has made basketball cool at Wisconsin. Basketball wasn't cool before Michael Finley and his teammates and others got here. Now it's there's a lot of people that have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this program, and Michael's obviously one of the all-time greats.